Hello, I'm going to go through the Yamaha CLP-800 series and I'm going to tell you how they feel to play and what they sound like. Let's start with the CLP-825. Okay, it's a very rich sound and very nice to play, feels very natural, and these keys are giving me a very good response. Quite impressed by that one. The sound coming through the speakers here at the top of the keys leaves some room for improvement, I would say. It's quite middle range. The bass doesn't quite come through and the treble end perhaps isn't quite there. This video is about comparison. This is CLP-825. What's CLP-835 going to sound like in comparison? Let's jump over to that one now. Okay, so here we are at CLP-835, and first thing that strikes me, I have to tell you, is I feel like I'm being faced with something more imposing now as a piece of furniture and the face of a piano. But let's give it a play and I'll tell you what I think about how it feels and how it sounds. Just before I go on, I have to tell you that immediately, the very first note that I played there, I felt that the bass end was richer. This bigger speaker array, particularly underneath, I can feel that bass coming through much more strongly. And I tell you what, it's making me play better. It's making me want to play better because I feel like I can dive down into those lower notes and give a little bit more expression. And as I go up, it's getting glassier in its sounds. And the keys are feeling a little bit more natural as well now. That combination of what the speakers and amplifiers allow me in terms of expression and the keys as well, and the imposing sight of the instrument itself makes me feel a little bit more connected to it, like I'm playing something perhaps more akin to a traditional piano. But this video is about comparison, of course. Let's see how CLP-835 compares to CLP-845. Let's go. Okay, CLP-845 here. And again, the imposing face of the piano is what I see, but let's give it a play and a listen and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, there's a clarity and a glassiness about that sound immediately, combined with the fact that these are wooden keys. For the first time in the series now, we are encountering wooden white keys on CLP-845. This may be why this is one of the biggest selling, if not the biggest selling, Clavinova in this range. What that's sending through my fingers, up my arms, into my brain and my heart while I play, is more agility in my playing. There's a they're lighter, the keys feel lighter than 835, which are plastic, and that's making me play differently. There really is a difference in that middle range. The speaker system on here is improved as well. So there is a clarity in the mid-range, which I'm getting now. And along with those keys, it feels like, clarity is the right word. There's this crystal clear middle ground. The bass is coming through well. And as I go up to the treble, it's nice and tinkly and clear. Combined with the keys, I feel like this is the first time in the series I really feel absolutely connected with the piano. Okay, but we're comparing models here. So CLP-845 there. Let's go and have a look at CLP-875. Here we are at CLP-875, and sitting at the face of this one, the cabinet size is swollen now as well, and we've got this treble speaker just here. So again, the visceral experience of being faced by something that's quite imposing is noticeable here. When you sit at the face of a grand piano, a concert grand piano, which isn't something everybody does, it's quite intimidating. And I'm beginning to feel that from the presence of the face of this cabinet design on 875 now. But let's have a play and listen, and I'll tell you what I think. Now, my first impressions are definitely this is different. There's something that's changed between 845, 875, and it's to do with the key mechanism. There are counterweights in these keys, and immediately I can feel like I'm leaning on something that feels like a long key on a fulcrum. I'm having to be more deliberate in my playing, and that combined with this imposing, intimidating face is demanding a different approach from my playing, more akin to playing a concert grand piano, a 9-foot long concert grand. And because of what it demands from me and that deliberateness that it demands, it brings out a different type of playing and a different type of expression. And that is what grand pianos do. So this, I feel like, is getting closer to that experience where you have to actually take some of your physical presence and lean into the instrument to express yourself. So that is CLP-875. Let's go and have a look at the top of the range one, CLP-885, and see how that one compares. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at the top of the CLP range, the CLP-885, and the cabinet, again, this box cabinet design, more like one of Yamaha's upright pianos. It's quite imposing. I've got the speaker here, but underneath this big bass speaker as well, and that makes all the difference. Let's have a play, and I'll tell you how it feels and how I feel as a player expressing myself with it. Yeah, it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely to play. It's the first one that feels, and bear in mind I'm an experienced pianist, there's real colour in this one from the first touch of it. I felt it, just the gentleness, the way the sound was going from my inputs out of the speakers, the bass speakers, I could feel it coming through my legs as I was playing, and it made me want to lean into it. And I did lean into it, but with the lightest of touches, and it responded to it. Even from my pinky just here, leaning onto it for the first note, I felt like there was a response from it that felt authentic. And that swelling of sound I can feel in there with just the lightest inputs from my fingers, swelling around the cabinet, it seems like, and the control that the GP pedal gives me as well, I feel like I am in control now of what's going on acoustically, virtually anyway, with this piano. So absolutely justifies being top of the Yamaha CLP range, CLP-885 there. You can pour yourself into it as a pianist and it makes all the difference. And just as an interesting aside here, let's jump back straight to the CLP-825 just to compare top to bottom for the fun of it at the end of this video. So let's go and have one final look at that. So here we go back to the beginning, CLP-825, and firstly, it's just the presence of it is missing. The presence is missing. It feels smaller. It feels like it's hidden. It doesn't feel like it's going to talk back to me when I play, but I'll play it and I want to compare it to the 885 I've just been playing. It's not bad. For the cost of this type of piano, it's not bad at all. But compared to 885, top of the range, this feels like it's taken music and it's squeezed it into a box, and you can hear it. It's a little bit tinier. It's compressed. The response is still really authentic, though. I feel like I play lightly with expression, and it's responding. It's touch sensitive, but it feels contained, whereas 885 feels like it will expand and allow you to expand in your playing. So I hope this video has been useful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and do us a favor and press the thumbs up below the video. It really helps us get seen here on YouTube. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one.